So we are now one of my favorite parts of this pipeline stuff. This is the stuff that got me going way back when I originally really started to understand the power of pipeline. I was a shader writer back in the RenderMan shader writing days, and it would take me a long time to put a shader together. It still does take most people a long time to put a shader together. So we're gonna do our shader build demo. So we've published our textures, we've published our model, and now we can go in and do our textures. Now, I've got a custom thing in my task templating for CG Lumberjack because we can do so many types of automated look dev building that I actually had to make a Maya look dev section, a Unity, Unreal, um, Houdini, Blender. I've got a bunch of different look dev things because it's important to show off the power of this. But so that's why I've got this kind of strange Maya look dev task. But we're gonna click on the look dev task, and in Alchemy we'll just hit the start button. And once that's up and going, I've got my default file, and then let's just open it up. So I'm gonna double click to open it. All right, so we've got Maya open, and it's funny, it actually kind of takes longer for Maya to open than for the automated shading. And again, this is one of my favorites because it's doing a lot. So we're just gonna go to Alchemy Shelf, we're gonna hit the build button. It's gonna pull up our pre-flight check for the Maya look dev, and I'm just gonna hit run all. So it's going to import the model, and then it's going to import all the textures. It's going to build all the shaders. It's going to attach all the shaders to all the material groups of the model. And when all is said and done, if I hit number 6, I have a shaded model. And that is our shading build, or look dev build. And I think if you've seen us do this, you can probably imagine what we can do in layout later on, where we're just auto-attaching everything. The way that we handle textures and texture publishes, the way we handle model publishes, all of that is geared toward, in this moment, you can take what usually takes quite a while and you can just do it instantly. It's right every time. You don't make any mistakes. You don't accidentally plug something into the wrong thing. When a new shader comes out, you do a new configuration for the shader builder, and you're good to go. And the reason we do it in so many packages is because it's to show, like, yeah, you can really make this easy. And if you create your textures in Substance, so you've got the advantage of the PBR shader and the textures that are generated for the PBR shader, you can scale this like crazy. I would say for my money, it's better to build a textures department around texture painters and automate all of your shading and do all of your shading in a predictable way, and you can scale that all day long. It's much easier to find texture painting folks than it is to find these high-end shading people that can do these insane shader networks that are kind of custom and bespoke every time. But I mean, that's the way we did Avatar. We cranked out textures for volume and we automated all the shading, and that is where I really started becoming obsessed with this pipeline stuff. So shading and texturing, they have a special place in my heart because when you get this stuff automated, you are in a good spot. The only thing better than this is when you can automate layout and scene building, which we'll get to in other videos. So